Welcome back to my channel.
Real
So I'm
quick,
actually like
before we really
really
get into
pissed
the video,
because
I just
I
want to
just
tell you
filmed a
guys I'm sorry
video
about the
when I
ending of
had
the
been
video.
recording.
The quality is kind of bad. I don't know what happened.
So
So yeah,
there we
I'm
go.
really sorry about that.
But so today's video is gonna be the story time of how Lamora was just being very idiotic and did not pay attention. So this all started when me and my cousin we went out to this club, and it was a Jamaican club. So this was my second time going there. The first time that I went, so the first time that we went to this club, she invited her friend and he invited his friends, and there was this guy in like out of all his friends, and I thought he was really attractive and everything. And me and him were like dancing all night. And when I dance with people, it's literally like we're in a relationship. Like I hold on to you, I will kiss you if I've had enough to drink and everything. But I didn't kiss him. So we were just hanging, like dancing and everything, and that whole situation did not work out. So when we went to the club this time, I was like, oh, please don't invite your friend, and she was like, oh no, I'm not. But they're Jamaican and they love to like go out and party and stuff. So at the same time, we were just like, oh my god, we hope they don't come. So we're literally like just sitting at the bar drinking, and I had to hear my mom. So we're literally at the bar just sitting and drinking. So on like our second shot of Patron, we turn, and her friend was literally like standing next to her ordering drinks, and we were like, so he paid for like a round of our drinks or whatever, and he took his drink and went back. So then I see him walk up to like my cousin and everything, and she looks at me, she's like, oh, we're being called. And I'm like, please. So she was like, do you want to go? I was like, sure. Because it was like, what's the point of going out and not having fun, not dancing, not, you know what I mean? Whatever. So we walked back there, and as we're walking, like, I'm literally looking for the other person that I talked to the last time, like, in hopes that they're not there. And I'm just like, please, Jesus, I love you so much. Don't let them be here. Because it would just be awkward, especially with the way things ended. So after we walk back there, I'm the type of person, I will not just start dancing on you, like, to me, because I don't want you to push me away, because then I'll feel embarrassed, and I hate being embarrassed in front of people. I hate being embarrassed, and I hate being embarrassed in front of other people. So if being embarrassed in front of a group of people, yeah, my cousin is dancing with her friend, and I'm just sitting there like dancing, having a drink in my hand, dancing, whatever. And then there's two guys that's gonna be my friend. There's one guy that's just literally staring at me. So this is the person that actually things went down with. His name is Desmond. Then there's this other person that like wanted to dance with me. So I was dancing with him, and he was actually really cute. And I was just like, oh, he's so cute. Like he had dreads and everything. He's cute. So we were dancing, and then he eventually like walked away and left and went outside. So I was just back to dancing by myself. So my cousin's friend was like, oh, there's somebody who wants to dance with you. So I'm like, who? And he was pointing at Desmond. So I was like, okay. But Desmond was like being shy. He was like, no, he doesn't want to dance. So I'm like, all right, you don't gotta tell me twice. Like, if you don't want to dance, you don't want to dance. So he was like, oh, my knee, whatever. I'm like, all right, whatever. So I started dancing again, like having a good time. Me and all of like the friends were dancing, everything, drinking, and having a good time, whatever. So 4 o'clock comes, and that's the time that the club closes. So 4 o'clock comes, and we're all leaving. So I'm going to go catch me and Kat for me and my cousin to go home. And I hear her call me, so I turn around and she's talking to me about something. And then Desmond walks up and pulls me away. So I'm like, all right. And he's talking to me. He's like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, Kimberly. So he walks, like, I didn't lie, basically. That is my name, but that's not my first name. So he was like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, Kimberly. He's like, oh, my name is Desmond. I'm like, okay. He's like, how old? I'm like, 21. He's like, all right. So we're walking, and he's talking to me. So to all the young kids out there, when you go out, they don't have hair, mama. It's not hair. I was eating a mango before I did this video, and there's hair, mama. So anyway, to all the young kids out there, when you go to a club and somebody's trying to talk to you, don't allow them to pull you and walk away with you, because they could snatch you and run with you. They could throw you in the backseat of a car. They could do anything to you at this point, because you're distant from whoever you came with, so they can't even help you. But I was just being retarded. Alright, So we're walking and he's talking to me. He's like, give me your number. I give him my number. Nothing really happened. All we did was like talk, and me and my cousin went home. So the following, not even the following morning, later that morning, I had to be at work by 8. So I got up and everything and I went to work. So he called me and he was like, oh, you want to hang out tonight? And I'm like, I'm so tired. So I guess he couldn't understand why I was tired. And I was like, bruh, I just worked all last night. I worked from 2 to 9 the night before I went out. Me and my cousin went out. Then I didn't get home till 5. I had to be up by 6:30 to get to work at 8. Do you understand how tired I was? Then I had to be up the next morning extremely early. So I was just like, oh, not tonight. Like, I'm really tired. So I guess he thought I was just trying to not hang out. And I had to explain to him, like, no, you don't understand. Like, I'm really tired. I did not get any sleep. So he was like, okay, we'll just hang out tomorrow. So I'm like, all right, fine. So tomorrow comes, which is Monday. So I told him I was leaving work at 4. And exactly at 4, he called me. And I didn't pick up because I was actually in a meeting. Like, I couldn't not, like, I couldn't answer the phone. So I guess he had a whole pissy attitude about it. And if anybody know how Jamaica man stay, them don't understand when you tell them, say, alright, I have something to do. Like, me I do something. Them really don't understand it. So I'm like, I call him back and he has this whole attitude. And I'm like, bro, you're not even my man. Like, relax. If you were my man, that would be okay. It wouldn't be okay, but it would be more understandable. But you're not. So I'm like, I was in a meeting, like, calm down. He's like, okay, well, are you leaving? I'm like, yeah, I'm leaving out. I should have knew if you're rushing me like that, there's an issue. So I leave and he's like, I completely forgot that he told me to take a cab. So I'm walking to the train and he called me. He's like, are you in a cab? And I was like, no. He was like, can you get in a cab? I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you paying for the cab? He's like, yeah. So I'm like, all right. Because if anybody ever took a cab from Harlem to the Bronx, that's like $25. A regular cab. If you take a green or yellow cab, that's like $35. So I get in a cab and everything. And I should have took a yellow cab too. Made us pay more money. So anyway, I get in the cab and everything, right? And I get in the cab and everything. And he's like, okay, I'm going to text you his address. So I'm like, okay, mind you, Sunday he told me we were gonna go just hang out, we were gonna go get something to eat or whatever. I'm like, okay, no problem. Anything involving food, I'm down for it. Hello. So I'm like, all right, no problem. Get in the cab now, and he sends me the address, so I give it to the cab driver, like, okay, this is where I'm going. He's like, all right. So part of me is like, Lamar, put it in your GPS and see where you're going. So I put it in my GPS. It's a freaking motel. I've never been to a motel, but I don't like them just because of what I've heard about them. Like, that's just where people go, they have sex, and that's it. Their deed is done. So I don't really like that whole scene. Like, if you're with your man and you guys go, that's fine, because that's your man. Maybe like you guys don't have space, there's company over, you know, that's understandable. But you're not my man, so why am I going to a motel to meet you? So I get there, he comes downstairs, he pays for the cab, we go upstairs. As soon as you walk in, the first thing you see is a big ass mirror next to the bed. You see this background behind me? You see how wide that is? That's how wide the mirror was. And I was just like, Lamore, what have you done now? So we walk in, I see a Hennessy bottle and I see like 3 spliffs, and I'm just like, this man is drinking and getting high. That is your cue to turn around and leave. But did I leave? No, I didn't. So we go in and I sit on the bed. Clothes, jacket, bag, shoe, everything still on. Didn't take nothing off. Sitting on the bed. I'm literally sitting at the edge of the bed. If I scoot anymore, I would be on the floor. So he ends up taking off his shirt, his shoes, and he comes to lay on the bed. He takes off his earrings and his necklace and everything. So I'm just like, okay, boy, you're getting real comfortable for something that ain't about to happen. So we're sitting there. Yeah, so he was getting real comfortable for something that just wasn't gonna happen. So I don't know what he was thinking in his mind. So we're sitting on the bed and everything. Well, I'm sitting on the bed, he's laying on the bed, and he's basically trying to convince me of, oh, why I should get comfortable. Because I told him, I was like, I'm uncomfortable. I don't like the scenery that we're in. I don't like it. He was basically trying to convince me of why I should stay there, and I'm just like, you don't understand, do you? I'm not staying here. So it was literally going on in my mind. I was like, I'm leaving in an hour. I checked my phone and my phone was dying, so I was just like, I'm gonna need to leave before an hour, because if my phone dies, how am I gonna call 911? How am I gonna call my mom? How am I gonna call my dad and tell them where I'm at? So I give this advice to any young person trying to be grown out there. I'm not gonna stop you from being grown. I don't condone it, but I'm not gonna stop you, because I'm not your mom. If you're going to hang out with a guy and you're lying to your parents, not saying that I lied to my parents, because I didn't, but if you're going to lie to your parents, once again, I'm not condoning this bad behavior, but if you're going to do it, take a picture of the person, the guy, without them like noticing you're taking a picture of them. Text your friend the address, text her the picture, let her know what you're wearing that day, take a picture of yourself that day, just in case of anything. Always be prepared. Like I said, I'm not condoning your bad behavior, but I'm not your mom. I cannot stop you. So that's just my tip to you right there. So literally, as we're sitting on the bed, I'm literally texting my friend like, okay, this is what the person looks like, this is what he's wearing, this is what I'm wearing. And he's like, oh, why are you sitting on the bed not saying nothing, why are you not talking to me? Because I'm like, I'm uncomfortable, and when I'm uncomfortable, that's it. I'm uncomfortable for the rest of the day. Mind you, when I saw him at the club, it was dark, and when we went outside, it was dark, and he had on a hoodie, and I was just like, oh, he looks attractive. Not saying that it would have changed anything that happened that day, but he just wasn't cute, so it didn't help. And then like we're sitting on the bed and everything, he's talking to me, still trying to convince me of like why I should be laying on the bed with him, cuddling with him. And at one point I was just like, okay, maybe I'm just overthinking things. So I laid down, and like he was hugging me, and it was okay, like it was fine. We were laying down and everything was fine. Then he started like moving his hand to like touch my thigh and stuff, and I was just like, nope. And I sat up, and he was like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm like, no, it was one time, and all it took was you to mess up that one time and ruin everything. And he was like, okay, like, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to make you comfortable. I'm like, how are you trying to make me comfortable by touching my leg? Does that make sense? No. So he was like, okay, whatever. So we're sitting there, he turned on TV. So like in the motel, I guess they don't have good cable or good TV or whatever, so I'm literally like flipping through the channel to see what I could watch. Because I was like, he paid for this hotel, I'm gonna give him at least 30 minutes of my time. I don't see any weapons, I know how to defend myself, somebody knows where I'm at. And at this point, like, I didn't call my parents and be like, okay, well, I'm here, and here. It's like I just didn't think of doing that. So I don't want anybody to be like, oh, you didn't tell your parents where you were, you lied to your parents. Not that I lied to my parents, not that I didn't tell them. I just, at that time, I was not mentally thinking like, okay, text your parents and let them know where you are right now. I didn't even call my mom, and I usually call my mom every day after I leave work. But anyway, so I'm flipping through the TV, I didn't find nothing to watch. So I asked him, I was like, how many times have you come here? He told me he's literally been there like 5 times. And I was just like, that's 4 times too many for me. And he takes the remote, he's like, okay, well, I have a channel, let me put it on. I'm like, okay. I'm thinking it's like a movie channel. I don't know Motel TV. I don't know if they have movie channel 300. I don't know. So I'm like, okay, I give him the remote. He puts it on porn. I was just like, are you serious? I'm uncomfortable. I'm not even allowing you to touch me, and you're gonna put it on porn and think that it's okay. I snatched that remote so quick out of his hand. I was just like, boy. I was like, no. He was like, oh, why not? I was like, are you really serious right now? You're really gonna put on porn? And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I thought it would like loosen the mood. No. How does that loosen the mood? Please tell me. If anybody knows, please tell me. I just don't understand. So like, I think about it now and I'm just laughing, because I was just like, so it's so stupid. Like, anyway, so we're still sitting on the bed, laying on the bed or whatever, and he gets off the bed. Mind you, I'm sitting at the edge, so like pretend this is the bed, right? I'm sitting right here. This is literally the edge of the bed. He gets off and like stands in front of me right here and grabs my arm, like trying to force me on the bed. And I'm stronger than I really look, so like he's trying to force me to lay on the bed, and like I am pushing him. And I told him, I was like, get off of me. If you don't get off of me, I'm gonna kick you. And he's like, oh, why are you acting like that? Like, he lets go of me. He's like, why are you acting like that? And I'm like, this is not how you get to know someone. At least this is not how you get to know me. I don't know which chronic girl y'all deal with, but that's just not me. I'm not just gonna let you hop in my pants just like that. It doesn't work like that. So he's like, oh, but why are you acting like that? I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. You brought me to a motel and I feel even more uncomfortable. You put on porn thinking that was gonna loosen the mood. You literally tried to force me to lay down so you can touch on me and kiss on me and do whatever you want to. And you're asking me why I'm acting like that? So he lays on back. He's like, okay, I'm just gonna leave you alone. I'm not gonna say anything to you. I'm like, okay. Then he starts the conversation again. Why are you acting like this and this and that? So I get up and I go to the bathroom. When I get into the bathroom, I lock the door so quick because I'm like, if he tries to open the door and like do something with me in his bathroom, I swear to God, I'm gonna kill him. I'm gonna put his head in the toilet bowl and drown him in toilet water. So thank God he did not. And I thought about it like after I left, and I was just like, why didn't I take my bag and my phone and everything? No, I took my phone, but I was like, why didn't I take my bag with me? Like, in case anything tried to hop out the window. So anyway, so I use the bathroom and I come out. And I guess he could tell, like, I was trying to leave. So he tried to bribe me because at this time, I just took out my braids and I had my hair out. So my hair was, like, in my puff. And he was like, oh, when do you plan on doing your hair? And I was like, oh, I plan on doing it in the next 2 weeks. He's like, okay, how much is that gonna cost? I was like, almost 300. He's like, all right, when are you doing your nails? I'm like, as soon as I do my hair. He's like, okay, so 400 is good. And I'm like, 400 is good for what? And he's like, to do everything. I'm like, I don't want your money. I don't understand why guys think that they can bribe females. Now, I know there are females out there that will like take money from men, like just take it, like, okay, whatever, no problem. I'm not gonna say that I have not, but those people I talk to, basically, like, I flirt with them. Like, I'm willing, like, to talk to them. Like, okay, you're gonna give me money. All right, boo. All right, baby. You know? But you're somebody that I don't feel any type of, like, I don't feel nothing with. And I feel like you will use that. And I know probably, like, it's the same either way you look at it, but it was just in my head, this just makes sense. I'm not gonna take $400 from you, from somebody that I'm probably never gonna talk to again after today. Which is kind of dumb. I probably should have took the $400 because if I'm never gonna talk to him again, he has no way of contacting me. But anyway, I was just like, I don't want your money. I don't. So I guess he was trying to use that to bribe me to stay, and it just didn't work. So I left, and I literally left him on the bed. Like, I was like, bye. He was like, I'm gonna call you tonight. I'm like, okay, maybe you shouldn't, but okay. I literally was like, maybe you shouldn't, but if that's what floats your boat, no problem. So I left. And I called my cousin and I was telling her, I was like, I literally had like 5% on my phone, and I was just like, thank you, Jesus. I left before my phone died, because if anything would have happened, how was I going to call my mama? How was I going to call 911? Just how? So I left and I was telling her everything that happened. She was like, are you serious? I'm like, yes, this is why I don't want to deal with none of your friends' friends. This is why. And this is basically why, like, I know people, like, this is why I don't deal with Jamaican men more often, just because I can't find not saying that I don't love Jamaican men. I love me a Jamaican man, but I can't find a Jamaican man where it's like they're loyal, they not just trying to hop in your pants, they not just trying to give you a baby and run. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I want somebody that I'm gonna love forever, it's gonna love me forever, we're gonna be like that forever. Not somebody who's gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna breed you and then run away. No, I don't want that. So anyway, I'm telling the story. So I get home, I literally walk through the door and my phone rings and it's him, and I'm just like, so I ignore the call. Then he calls again, I ignore it. The third time he calls, I answer and I'm like, hello. He's like, are you home? I'm like, yes. He's like, okay, so I'm gonna call you later tonight so we can talk about the thing. And I'm like, oh, what thing? There's nothing that we need to talk about. He was like, the money for your hair and your nails. And I'm just like, you don't have to give me money. And he was like, no, I'm gonna call you later to talk to you about it. I'm like, excuse me. I was like, okay, whatever. Just to shut him up and get him off the phone, I was like, all right, whatever. So he didn't call me that night. He called me the next day. I straight ignored all his calls. He called me like 4 days back to back to back to back to back, like all day for those 4 days. The fifth day, I answered the call, and honest to God, I have no idea what he said on the phone. But after he hung up, he never called me again, and I was just like, thank you, God. Like, I don't know what clicked in his mind to just never call me. And I didn't even block his number, so it's not like I blocked him and he can't reach me. If he was to call me now, it would ring. So I was just thankful that he decided that, it was best not to call me ever again. So my advice to all you young children trying to be 30, like I said, I'm not condoning this behavior, but all you young kids trying to be grown, don't follow my lead. If somebody tell you, oh, take a cab here, we're gonna hang out, ask them, where we going before you get in a cab. Like, where are we going? If it's a hotel, we're not going there. Let it be a public place. If somebody tries to force you to have sex with them, punch them and run. I don't care if they or punch them and run. That's all I'm saying. So that is my story time. I hope you guys enjoyed. There will be another story time coming up because I did something really stupid and I think that you guys might want to hear about it. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.